Assalamu alaikum. It's your brother Malcolm Flex, live and full effect, back with another heater, part 2, to shame, because we going hard on the enemies right now. If you an enemy, you consider yourself an enemy to the Nation of Islam and the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan Muhammad, then we on your head, man. Straight up. We on you. So I'm about to bring my dear brother on. Games with this. We is not playing no games. And I'm about to bring on a surgeon right now. I'm about to bring on somebody that's methodical with what they talking about. Brother name is Rizza Islam. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Open up real quick. We're going to get back to it. Brothers, transmission up here is a little weird, so we can make it happen now. So,
yes, sir.
Allahu Akbar, in the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, appeared to us in the person of Muhammad. I bear witness that the honor of Allah is the message. I bear witness that the honor of I reach to the viewers. My brothers, greeting words and peace.
Walaikum salam, sir.
Yes, sir. How's my brother?
Oh, I'm doing fine. Thank Allah, brother. I'm definitely ready to go ahead and hurl this truth or falsehood until we bash out his brains, because there's a time for war and a time for peace. So let's go ahead and get
That's right. That's right, my brother. That's right. My brother in the version right now.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Yes, sir. About to go speak at 2 schools. About to go speak at 2 schools, a high school and a middle school, with the children in the islands here, and educate them on unity, uniting with the brothers and sisters from this island to the continent of Africa, all the way to the states in the United States. So that's what we're doing.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I know you dealt with the question already, but just quickly, dear brother, can you explaining how the next gotta have time for Alistair Crowley and L. Ron Hubbard is not a student of Alistair Crowley, and how you found no Satanism in his teaching, and found rape any books or any dynamics.
Absolutely. So yes, sir, as you said, correct. Number one, I hear people talking so much, and they said Aleister Crowley, they said all these different people. I haven't found any of that information, of that work, that name, any such type of teachings of Aleister Crowley or any other Satanists sacrificing children, blood sacrificing, anything of the sort in any of this work of L. Ron Hubbard or Scientology. I've been studying this technology for nearly 20 years of my life. Since 1999 to the present, I'm 28 currently, and I haven't found anything like that. I've studied it at multiple churches that they have in multiple states, in multiple cities. So it's not just one location, it is all of the locations that I have personally been to. And as I said before, nearly 20 years of my life, bro, and I wouldn't be a part of something like that that says anything about my people being inferior. I haven't found anything in L. Ron Hubbard's work that says that we are inferior in any way, shape, or form, any slick way, any underhanded way, the African, no. I thoroughly checked this work, and I haven't found anything like that. But I have found many different things in much of his work where he elevates black people, where he says that black people are, in so many words, the chosen people, that they are the original people, that they are the ones who this technology belongs to and came from. So we're going to go into all of that. So I haven't found anything like that about children's sacrifices, him being a student of Aleister Crowley. Nothing of that has been in his work, and no racism that I personally, once again, have found in almost 20 years of my life.
Right, yeah, because you had young Pharoah saying that L. Ron Hubbard basically created a religion because he was a comic book creator.
Fiction writer.
Fictional comic book creator. What do you have to say to that?
Number one, L. Ron Hubbard does hold the Guinness Book of World Records title for writing the most publications. That is absolutely correct. He has written the most fiction novels as well as nonfiction novels. He has the world record of writing the most books. That is what he has. Okay, great accomplishment. But as far as him creating a religion simply to have control of the people, I think Christianity did that enough. I think a lot of other religions did that enough. And I personally Once again, from my analysis, examination, thorough study, not from no damn YouTube videos, not from no damn Google scripts, not from some person who all of a sudden says, I don't like this technology, so let me go lie on it. No, from my going into the building, into the study, into the actual books, publications, all of the tapes, CDs, hearing L. Ron Hubbard's voice on the tapes that they have, all of that. I haven't found anything like that. None of it.
And I bear witness that you were so studied and the teachings of Dianetics. Because I remember the day that I helped you move from your house when you did that. And
Yes, sir.
you had a garage full of books.
Yes, sir.
You know,
Yes, sir.
multiple times. You got a lot of Dianetic stuff in there. So if we
Absolutely.
on Dianetics and Scientology, you did, brother.
Brother, all praise due to Allah. And let me say this on this point. For anybody who's watching this, number one, when you're thinking about Dianetics and Scientology, understand what the hell you're dealing with. Number one, Dianetics didn't come from no white man. Number two, Scientology didn't come from no white man. Number three, Scientology does not mean the study of science. That would be scienceology. This is Scientology, which is the study of the spirit, the study of knowledge, the study of knowing how to know, or once again, the study of the spirit in relationship to itself and the physical universe. Is that not traditional African faith systems? Is that not traditional African faith practices? Is that not voodoo? Is that not traditional African Islam? Is that not the true teachings of Islam? Is that not the true historical ways that we practice as original people, which is the spirituality in relationship to ourselves and the physical universe around us? That's our technology, number one. Number two, in the book Dianetics, on the first page, L. Ron Hubbard says, quote, "This is a study of over 50,000 years of thinking men upon which Dianetics and Scientology could not be possible. The credit is theirs, not mine." End quote. What did he just say? He just said, guess what? Hey, this ain't mine. One of the only white men.
White men only 6,000 years old.
Brother, the white man is younger than 7,000 years old. Well, younger than 6,200 years old. So how could he say that this is a study? This is a collection of ideas, a collection of technology from over 50,000 years of thinking men.
Right.
Who were he? Right. Who were those thinking men? Us. So he said the credit, he said specifically, the credit is theirs, not mine. One of the only white men to ever fully, blatantly say, look, I'm this dude, but I didn't originate this.
And what's his thoughts of black people getting this tool in our communities and open up more to get this and how to benefit?
Oh, yeah. Well, what I've studied so far, one, he never told black people or anybody to go into the buildings and come to the churches and come study here, come here. No, because he also talked about how the American white man is the most evil, along with the German white man being the most evil. He talked about that.
He said what?
He said the American white man is one of the most evil. American white man. L. Ron Hubbard, a white man, said this about his own people, is some of the most wicked and evil. He said this. So he never wanted black people to go into the church. He, in his book, says a letter called Letter to Black People. It's in the front, it's at the front desk of every Scientology org. You can go right in and just say, can I see the letter to black people? It's public. They got it's public. That's why I know Young Pharoah and Seti, not one of y'all niggas you never stepped inside of a damn church Scientology org. It's a church. It's like a Catholic church. It's like a Jewish synagogue. Go into the damn building and stop talking so damn much. You've never been inside of it because you would understand that these basics are what you missed. As a matter of fact, they are so stuck on being agents of this enemy, which, by the way, we're going to go into the fact and prove how they work for the FBI, whether they say they do or not. But they haven't even stepped they haven't even stepped inside the building, because you would know that all the credit goes back to the original people. L. Ron Hubbard studied with the native tribes. He studied with the indigenous African tribes. He studied with the Buddhist monks. He says all of this.
He studied with everybody.
He never took credit for none of this. He said, I got it from y'all. I got it. This is yours. And I just put it in words where everybody can agree. That's all he did. I'm like, thank you for being honest. Yeah, thank you for being honest. I appreciate that. So, last point on the Dianetics, bro, I just had to say this, we're going on a Scientology Dianetics thing. For those who listen to Young Pharaoh, and this is the reason why your name is Young, because you demonstrate how immature you are in your
Go
level of
ahead.
knowledge. And this is me saying from a brother to somebody who I thought was a brother, because he ain't no damn brother of mine no more. We
That's
already
right.
extended peace to you. We extended peace to Seti. And all you have done is you have disrespected over and over again. You called the minister out of his name multiple times. You said you prayed that cancer eats him up and kills him. You went past the level of debating. You went
Right.
into now wishing death upon people. And Seti, you also said that you're going to put a permanent part in our head where we get our
Damn.
part, meaning you
Who said
physically
that?
hurt
Who
us.
said that?
He also said that I want to stab some of these niggas myself. Give me a knife so I can stab. I'm going to say this. We're going to go into the rest. Both of y'all niggas will meet us. Because
Right.
you made a fatal mistake believing that Farrakhan and Dr. Khaled and Malcolm were the only ones in the nation who were heavily with this. You
That's
have
right.
made that mistake. Right. So now those of us within your generation, we coming at you. One,
That's
you
right.
lie. Two, you have no goddamn facts. Three, you slander us. Four, you disrespect the believers. You disrespect the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the messenger of Allah. You even disrespected Malcolm with your lies, and you
Come on.
disrespected the honorable
Come
Farrakhan.
on.
So you will be leading us. That is
Come
a
on.
definite. So let's say that before the video is over, both
Right.
of y'all will be leading us
Right.
because you
And they
talk
can
so
get that
goddamn much.
smoke. They can get
Bro,
the smoke.
they will. That's a
Now
definite.
check
So
this
stop
out.
running. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Now, what do you think about these dudes saying that Minister Farrakhan received $3 million from the church and he's getting 10% revenue for every member who converts and he is getting 15% from every member who pays for their course?
I met with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan 2 months ago. He himself said this. One, he never heard anybody saying that he got paid from Scientology or anything like that because he never told his members to go into the church and become Scientologists.
Right.
Right. He never told his members to go in and become this and become that. He said, go and take the study and learn whatever you choose to learn. He does not put us in an enslaving type of mechanism where no, don't study nothing else. Just study this. No. He allows us, which is why we are so well studied and so well universally rounded and grounded, because he allows us to just go study. So he gave us the freedom to do that. That's what he did. But he ain't never told us to go and become a this and go do. No. Go and study whatever you feel can help you and help us as a people to build our own nation. That's what we do. It is a tool. So $3 million, goddamn insult. He said at the table, he said, I recently heard something about someone saying, these are the words of the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. He said, I recently heard someone saying that I got some money from the Scientologists. Is that correct? He's asking us at the table.
Right.
And we said, yes, sir, we heard about it. It wasn't Young Pharaoh because, sorry, Young Pharaoh, you're not that relevant. I want you to understand this another point. You're behind your goddamn computer screen, brother. You are not relevant. Like, you're literally not relevant. Right. You got a bunch of people who follow the nonsense that you give, which is regurgitated information. Virtually everything that you teach is what we've been teaching for years before you were born. Virtually everything you teach is what the Moors have been teaching long before you were born. Virtually everything you teach is what everybody else has been teaching long before you were born, before Seti was born. So neither one of y'all are unique. Neither one of you are special. You might be special ed, but you ain't special. And nothing you're teaching is unique. So let's go ahead and clear that up. And I'm saying what I'm saying because I can back up everything I'm saying. We can back up what we're saying because now it's not about peace no more. It's about war. So since you want to pull it, we're going to pull all your cards. No. Wait, what's like? So no, to answer the question, no, he never received no goddamn $3 million, which is an insult, by the way, because he has been offered billions in cash by multiple leaders of multiple countries across this planet. Don't ever insult the honor of Mr. Farrakhan with a damn piddling such as $3 million.
Right. And the Muslims in the Muslim world offer Minister if he just stopped teaching Elijah Muhammad. So
correct.
Muammar Gaddafi wasn't the only one who offered the minister money. It was many of the Muslim leaders who didn't want him teaching Elijah.
Correct.
So people to be saying that the minister sold out for a few $1 million, you niggas sell out for a few $1,000. You niggas sell out for people to come buy your little YouTube tickets that y'all be selling online. Y'all sell out for little crumbs and you got nerve to be the moral judge and question the integrity of the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. Listen. It's already bad enough dealing with Negroes for 5, 10, 15 years. How crazy we are.
Come on.
They've been doing it for over 60 years.
Come on, bro.
For 60 years, crazy ass niggas.
Come on, bro.
You know,
Come on, bro.
to question this man's intentions.
Bro.
From the believers anyway.
Bro. Bro. And let me say this. Young Pharaoh, from my understanding, you had over $12,000 that went missing after the people gave you this $12,000 for this so-called daycare. And this court case that you had with, I believe, somebody, my aunt, I believe Dr. My aunt, where'd that money go? Where's that daycare raising money from? Why is it that you don't want to pull your own dirt out, but you want to call everybody else's so-called fake pseudo dirt? Ain't no goddamn dirt on the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. The government is after him. The government ain't after you. So anything bro, if they wanted, the one thing that the government needs is one excuse to come after the minister, but they want anything. His house is bugged. They tried to assassinate him over 8 times. Brother, they put things in his body to literally kill him to where the majority of his organs are gone. Nigga, there ain't none of this happening to you.
And they try to kill him in Russia. They try to kill him in Russia. He can't stand foot in Great Britain.
Brother,
you know what I'm saying?
And that's why when we say what we saying, it's like both of y'all need to really know what the hell it is that you're talking about. And according to you, Young Pharaoh, also, you have a video on YouTube that says everybody on the planet has sold their soul. So what the hell are you talking about?
Right.
According to you. So everybody sold their soul? So does that include Minister Farrakhan? Does that include yourself? Does that include me?
Yeah, does that make you exempt? Does that make Mr. Pharaoh exempt?
These are his words. This is his video title, Everyone on the Planet Has Sold Their Soul. I don't give a damn what context you say that you said it. No. One, I'm not saying that to say that you're right about Minister Farrakhan, because you're not. There was no selling out of the Honorable Minister Farrakhan to nobody. You sound like a goddamn fool and a child. And you said as well, you are absolutely an old, washed up fool. You need to go to rehab because you were selling coke and drugs to the people. You probably still doing drugs. You need to calm that down.
Smoking cigarettes, drinking alcohol.
But listen, if they don't, now it's like, listen, if you don't want to have your dirt aired out, then don't try to toss dirt on somebody who ain't got none. Calm that down, brother, because now they are not. It's like, listen, you can disagree with us. We don't mind. You can disagree with what we believe in. That's fine. You don't have to believe what we believe. I know your feelings on Master Farad Muhammad. I get it. You don't believe it. Fine. You can't disprove it, but it doesn't matter if you tried, because we have results that speak for our work. You ain't got none. That's all we're saying right now. If you don't have no results, stop talking. Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you know about the Nation of Islam doing security
Oh, that's another one I've heard. Wow. I've heard that one. I also heard that Jim Jones was in Mosque Mariam.
Right.
I also heard that. Now, but mind you, there's a difference when it comes to wisdom. You're talking about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. By the way, the name Honorable was given to him by the people. He didn't give himself that name. So when you're talking about this, his work is so thorough. And the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's work is so thorough. If he, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, told some of the clan members, some of the clan leaders, come to my Savior's Day so I can teach you something, which he did back then.
Remember, they were saying that Malcolm was the one who invited them.
Here's the point. Whether if it was Malcolm or the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, they were brought front row to sit down and learn from the original man, to learn from their father, to teach them who they are, what their purpose is, and exactly what's going on, not to do some business with them. Oh, let's do this. No. Hold up. If you got something,
when that happened, War of Deep Muhammad was in leadership. The minister wasn't in the leader then. It was War of Deep Muhammad that was in leadership, and he was the one bringing white people to the bottom.
Because he was an FBI agent.
Right. All you got to do is go to the Bilalian newspaper, and you can see War of Deep Muhammad clear as day with Jim Jones. It wasn't Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Simple.
The messenger was gone already.
Simple.
Mr. Farrakhan did not take the Nation of Islam at that point. It was War of Deep Muhammad the hypocrite who did all that stuff. They're trying to put this on the Nation of Islam. They weren't the Nation of Islam because they began.
Exactly. That's the point. And that's another key point that everybody needs to understand. Warith Deen Muhammad, a lot of things happened under him that they try to say, oh, the whole nation, the most honorable Elijah Muhammad, Farrakhan. No. He was an FBI agent. Right. That was blatant. Right. That came out later on that it was 100% proven he was an FBI informant and he was to dismantle the nation, which he did. And it was destroyed for a certain period of time until the Honorable Minister Farrakhan literally resurrected it with Brother Jabril and a very small amount of believers along the way. Right. So the last point on this area when it comes to the whole Scientology thing, Jim Jones won. No, ain't no goddamn thing like that happening. Like you said, it was under Warith Deen Muhammad. Had nothing to do with the messenger nor the Honorable Minister Farrakhan. My next, and once again on the other side of that as well, because they continue to put things on this cult type of description. Oh, it's a cult. Scientology is a cult. First of all, the Nation of Islam has been called a cult for years. Jehovah's Witnesses called a cult. Every group is called a cult. The word cult is not a bad thing. Let's get that very clear. Cult is not a bad thing. It simply means that those who follow it blindly. But it does not mean that they'll just do any goddamn thing. No, it just means that they follow it blindly. They don't study for themselves and think for themselves entirely. That's pretty much what that goes to. The Nation of Islam is not a cult because we are given the freedom to study everything. Hence why you're so irritated about us studying the technology of Scientology the same way we study biology, the same way we study spirituality, the same way we study theology, the same way I study automotive repair, same way you study welding. It's every form of knowledge that belongs to the original man. Who the hell are you to tell me what I can and cannot study? Who the hell are you? So basically, we are thinkers. 100%. That's why we got so much passion for this. I'm not gonna be a part of something that's gonna make me no damn slave. This man told me I can study whatever I want to study, but remember that your foundation is the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. Come on now.
You can't sit up here and say we're going to get technology to help out black people, and we have accepted the religion of Scientology. That we accepted Madame Blavatsky and Alistair Crowley because they want to make it look like you don't get Dianetics. They want to basically say, don't believe that black man is God and you can't before the devil.
Brother, and here's the beauty about what they do. They do a lot of open-ended questions. So they'll say something and then intimate or assume that that is what it is and make everybody who follows them or listens to them believe, oh, that must be what it is because Young Pharoah said it. First of all, hold on, brother. Number one, Dianetics didn't come into establishment until 1950. The Church of Scientology didn't come into establishment until 1955. The Nation of Islam established itself July 4th, 1930. 20 years, a whole generation before the Dianetics and Church of Scientology were established, the Nation of Islam was here doing this work. Let's make that very clear. Number two, what you are talking about, not you, but brother Young Pharoah, not brother, but Young Pharoah and Seti are talking about when they continue to open their mouth, talking about Aleister Crowley, talking about all these things, baby sacrifice and all that. I need them to bring out not only proof, but go into a Nation of Islam mosque, you damn fool, and show us in our teaching that that is what we follow. And then go into the, if you want to, go into the Church of Scientology org or church and then find the information on if whether or not that is what they follow. Because all you're doing is giving conjecture. You talking and giving opinions not based on no facts. None.
Somebody approached me and Casey Soul yesterday. So this is what's going around. You got niggas believing that there are pictures of L. Ron Hubbard hung up on the wall in our minds.
Show me. No. Show me. No more talk on that. No more talk. Show me. Come to the mosque. Show me. Go to bro. Show me. This is where this is where we throw down the gauntlet and we end all this nonsense. I'm tired of the talking. Young Pharoah talks a lot because all he does is study the videos of all of our scholars and then he regurgitates the same information as though he originated the information because this generation doesn't study the scholars like we do. So those of us, since we're in the same age bracket now, Young Pharoah, you getting smashed. You talking about you a sniper and you are a nightmare on Elm Street and you the Freddy Krueger. Nigga, you're literally irrelevant. And the reason why we're now responding is because you have been so disrespectful and threatening and disrespectful and threatening. And it's like, brother, know when you are receiving mercy. Learn how to shut your goddamn mouth and receive mercy from somebody who's trying to be your brother. I reached out to you months ago to reunite with you and say, let's do something for the people. I'd like to join with you, brother, so that we can do something for the people. You denied me. Then you came out with a video saying that you're going to crush Islam. You can't crush Islam. You a damn fool. You can't replace Islam. Do you have, let me just ask you this question. Seti and Pharoah combined, do you own an acre of land? Do you own a goddamn school? Do you own a farm? Do you have clothing to provide for the people? Do you have transportation? Do you have independent businesses? Do you have an independent publication system? Do you import your own food or fish from outside of the country with which to provide to the people in case the government decides to shut it down? Do you protect the people? Do you have an army? Do you have independent buildings and infrastructures to where the people can go and live in case the government decides to shut down the housing facilities? Do you do anything for the people other than talk, literally recycling the same information you get from other people? Nothing that either one of you say is originated from your goddamn mouth, neither from your brain, neither from your spirit. You are plagiarists. You are liars and plagiarists, and you are FBI agents, and I don't give a damn what they say about that, because I can absolutely prove that they're FBI agents, indirectly or directly.
Brother Rizza, so what was your conversation like with you had over the phone?
Oh, he was so soft and cute. He was soft. He acted like he was a real brother. It was me and Brother Ben, and that's the other thing. Yeah, they keep coming after Brother Ben. Don't go after the young minister. Don't go after the young minister. Go after the soldiers. See, now you put my name in your mouth with the minister and with Brother Ben. No. Brother Ben, you see, you ain't talking to him. You talking to Brother Rizza. You want to call me all these damn names and things like that. Over the phone, young Pharoah was so cute. And yes, I'm calling you cute, your damn Muay Thai fighting brother. Man, let me say this to you. Brother, it's safe to hide behind a damn computer. But when you are a soldier in the street, it's different because you're used to being with the people. You're not used to being with the people other than selling tickets to give people the same information that has already been given and literally lying to people. You are not used to this. So he was on the phone being soft. He told us about his wives, more than one. By the way, if I were a man with more than one wife or with one wife and with children, I would not be speaking so reckless as he is talking. I wouldn't be doing that just out of safety for my own family, because you bring war upon yourself. And I'm not saying I'm going to do anything to your family, because that's not how I am. No, sir. I'm saying that's not how we are. Just so you know, as a nation, that's not how we are. But what I'm saying to you is there are people who love the nation, and because the nation saved their life, saved my life, saved my family's life. So on the phone, he was saying like he was okay and we're peaceful. This was before we did the video with him. Me, Brother Ben, Brother Willis, and young Pharoah. So he said, this is what we're going to do, y'all. You know, I'm going to bring up the things that I said, and I'm going to apologize for all the things that I said that were just disrespectful, and, you know, all the cancer things I said about the minister and the nation, F y'all, and, you know, I'm going to apologize for all that on camera. I'm going to take down the things I said about you, Brother Rizza, Brother Ben. He sounded like he was an actual brother. He sounded like he had a level of compassion, a level of being a real man. Just a little bit.
Like he was sincere.
Like he was sincere. Like he didn't want to work for the enemy for an hour. Okay, that's what he sounded like. So I said, oh, okay, brother, we talking, everything was cool. And mind you, we were sincere, 100%. Then when we did the video, he started to renege on certain things. He started to kind of switch it up. And it's like, wait a minute, brother, this is what we talked about. By the way, we recorded the phone conversation, but you know what? I think the recording got deleted because the app on the phone malfunction, I believe. So, but regardless, we don't even need that. The point is, everybody who knows young Pharoah knows you're a snake. You're a little snake. And we haven't wanted to crush you because we're too busy crushing the enemy. Our target is the enemy. Your target is your own people. What does that mean? Isn't that what an agent does? Don't they? Doesn't the enemy use our people to infiltrate groups and destroy black organizations from the inside out? That's some COINTELPRO stuff, brother. I don't see lots of videos about him talking about the enemy. I don't see lots of videos of him going at the enemy. I don't see lots of videos of him coming together with the people saying, come on, y'all, let's do this, let's do that, and actually getting out in the streets and doing it organized.
His
I
man
don't see
said
it.
they giving him a pass.
I'm just trying to figure out, who do you work for, Seti? Who do you work for, Young Pharaoh? Your name used to be Young Pharaoh Allah. You're scamming people. You're lying to people. And then you're trying to make it seem as though the Nation of Islam is doing something wrong. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What do you think about them scamming the people and got our people paying all this money to watch these so-called exposes that they put down different religions?
Number one, I think is exactly that, a scam. Number one, I don't see any of our people getting better after watching their videos other than getting a little bit of information. That's cool, great. Information, we need that. We do need the teaching, we do need the education. But what have they produced? The reason why Young Pharaoh and Seti talk so much is because their work doesn't speak for them.
Right.
You got to talk with your mouth when your work ain't speaking loud enough. Our work speaks. I ain't got to say a damn thing. I just sit right here. You can just see my work. You can see the work of the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, the student ministers in the nation, the lieutenants, the first captains, the MGT. You can see the work. We don't have to tout it like this and do this, but because you got to do this demonstrates that you're not doing enough goddamn work in the street. You are a fraud. And you are defrauding people out of money. And what are you doing with it? I'm trying to figure out, what are they doing with this money? I'm really, where's it going, brother? We have independent schools. That's where our money goes to. We have farms, and we're acquiring more farmland to provide people with food. That's where our money is going. Organic food, independent of this enemy. We have farms in California. We have farms in Georgia. We're trying to get another farm as well. We have the #1 black news publication, independent news publication on the planet, called The Final Call, which is digital as well as physical newspaper, where we can put whatever we want to put, and we educate our people on the truth about this, and that money goes back into helping to us empower ourselves, our nation, and our people. We have, once again, the schools, news publication. We have independent businesses. We have grocery stores now. We have restaurants that we got. Wait a minute, brother. Where's your goddamn work, man? I'm tired of you talking. Little dusty nigga from behind a computer. What are you doing with the people's money? And I want everybody to hear this. Listen to it.
Hey,
what are they doing with your money?
And look, you so concerned with what Mr. Farrakhan got in his pocket, when he got in his bank account, but what you doing with the people's money with those videos that you charging them to see?
Come on.
BS Kimmy t-shirts off and selling and stuff like that.
Brother, hey, I'm going to tell you, grade A scammers, brother. He has been proven to be a scammer. That's what he is. That's Young Pharaoh. They're scammers.
Raising money he had already lost. Talking about you want to raise money for the field.
And then on the audio and the video, he said that the money disappeared. I believe it was in the GoFundMe. He said the money was frozen or disappeared. One of those two words. I don't know what happened to the money, family. I don't know what happened to the money. No. You're a goddamn scam artist. And you are getting caught. And we will meet you. No, sorry. You will be meeting us in person. Ain't no talking. Ain't no let's debate. No. We're a little too busy fighting for the people, getting in the street, establishing business, separating, and actually building things for the people. We don't have time to sit behind a computer and just talk about everybody else who's actually doing the work. You're talking about the Moorish Science Temple. How many of, what have you done in comparison to the Moorish Science Temple? They've helped a lot of people. Don't, it's like, hold on. You want to sling dirt on everybody else, but you don't want to provide a replacement. This is all I got to say.
Bro, he don't even know what the Church of Scientology. Neither one of them.
Bro, don't even go there, because you already know white folk got money. White folk got money. So it's like, okay, look. Oh, by the way, hold on. You said about reforming the devil. I don't want to miss that point. They said, can the black man reform the devil? And the answer is emphatically no. Absolutely correct. We ain't going to college to reform white folks. We ain't going to travel the world to reform white folks. We're not going to the Church of Scientology, to a Catholic church, to a mosque, to a nowhere, concert, schools. We're not going anywhere to reform white people. We're going everywhere to get our people and to resurrect our people and to bring our people back into the condition where they have freedom, justice, and equality. That's what we're doing. So you need to shut your mouth.
That's our soul.
Go ahead. Bro, that's our soul. Brother, they say they talk so damn much, and it's like, hold on. Who invented YouTube, bro? You want to go here? Fine. Young Pharaoh. Who invented YouTube? Was it a black man? I don't think it was a black man. But you're making money off of using a white man's platform. I'm sorry, hold on. Seti, you're making money off of using a white man's platform. I'm sorry. Did you say that we can go suck a dick, L. Ron Hubbard? Is that you said? Did they say that?
That's
Something
what
like
they
that.
said.
That's what they said, brother. Wait, I'm sorry. Your words, brother, and make sure you download their video because we are going to bring every single one of your words to your goddamn neck. You said you want to stab us. You said get a knife. You weren't talking figuratively. Right. I listened to make sure. I said, okay, let me not get emotional. Brother, your Seti, you may not know Brother Rizza Islam, but you're going to know him now. You may not know Brother Alfonso, but you're going to know him now. You will know the younger generation, and you think we are softer than those who came before us? Brother, please. You are so mistaken. And the reason why they did what they did recently is because the interview that me, Brother Ben, Brother Willie did with Young Pharaoh, we were being peaceful. We were extending peace before a sword because we are taught to not be aggressive, but to be peaceful until we are aggressed upon. So we were peaceful. Now we have been aggressed upon. So now we are going to retaliate. So I'm not talking. This is the only video that y'all can get. This one and the one before this, which was a preview. This one will be the one that after this video, if you respond with a video, nigga, you a coward. You and Seti are two goddamn cowards, and you work for the United States government because you ain't doing shit for the people. You talk so goddamn much. You threatening people, but you don't want to show up. Last time when one of us commented on Young Pharaoh's post, this nigga had the balls to say, I'm going to sue them because the members of the nation are. Whoa, hold on, wait, hold on, bro. So we thought you was a gangster.
Right.
You was threatening us. Right. So when one of the members sits here and clap back at you, now you want to use the same white man to protect you, who you say we sold out to?
Right. And
nigga,
then you got Seti. Turn down a debate with Dr. Ali Muhammad.
Bro.
You don't want to debate no Muslim, but these brothers, they want to do their propaganda. They don't want nobody to challenge their scholarship, but they just want to, because that's why I think they hate because they more of a propaganda campaign. Seti talks about gas. He coming with gas. He calls it global African supremacy. For me, I call it gaslighting. Gaslighting is like when you go and tell codes to discredit other organizations. They put up smoke screens, they lie, they do propaganda campaigns. Other individuals look like they're bad, they're evil, they're lying. That's exactly what they're doing.
Precisely. And not only did Seti run from a debate with Dr. Wesley, Seti ran physically when he threatened the Muslims.
Right.
And some of the brothers chased him and he ran. Not only that, but brother, you were living, Seti, at your mother's house, brother, for a very long time. I think it's only recently that you finally got up out your mama's house because now you finally said, oh, I'm a man. I think I should have my own place now and stop talking about everybody else who's actually doing the work. Maybe I should get out in the community and do some work. Maybe you should get out in the community and stop selling drugs to the people, Seti. Maybe you should get in the community and stop selling lies to the people, Young Pharaoh. Maybe you should get out in the community and actually do what we are doing, what you criticize us for doing. As a matter of fact, hey, on top of all this, why don't you come and show us how to do it? Come into the mosque. Since you don't want to be there, come to the mosque. I invited Young Pharaoh to the mosque, and he said, I'll be a guest at the mosque. Nigga, you ain't never showed up. Shut your damn mouth, man. This fronting right here. And now that mind you, once again, people like, whoa, I can't believe I never heard this about Young Pharaoh. Because we've been trying to give this brother a pass. We showed him more love than y'all can even imagine. We literally showed peace because we don't want to come at our own brothers like this. This is not what we do. But when you have such a thick level of supremacy, a white supremacist mentality, Young Pharaoh and Seti, you are the clear example of what the Honorable Minister Farrakhan called a black man or white man in black skin.
Right.
Y'all niggas. Because you have more envy, jealousy, and hatred towards your own people, but not the enemy. You are a white man in black skin. Big time, bro. They would sell us out to the KKK. They would help the KKK to kill not only members of the nation, Moors brothers, Hebrew Israelite brothers, Nuwabi. It's like you hate all of your own people. You are self-hating, brother. Go ahead.
This dude said he's talking about here. The only way we're going to get anything done, we want to do what we want to do, what we want to do. You can't do what you do, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You need everybody unity to have power, because our unity is more powerful than an atomic bomb. You know what I'm saying? What can you do with every other group divided against one another? That's just stupid. That's stupid. There's nothing revolutionary about that.
They're so foolish, brother. They're foolish, man. And that's why we've been patient. That's why. We are supposed to love our people more than they hate themselves. And clearly, Young Pharaoh and Seti hate themselves so much that they are trying to cause more of their own people to hate one another. They are literally stirring up so much when it's like, brothers, not even, that's how used to calling each other brother we are, bro. I'm not, brother, I'm not used to saying nigga. I'm used to calling the black man brother.
Hey,
go ahead. Yes, sir.
What you think about this dude saying the term nigga is the bond? Seti said the term nigga is the bond.
Ooh, divine.
They're not going to stop using the word.
Divine meaning sent from God. Okay. I had this discussion with a Moorish brother of mine, and we completely understood. The term is not divine. Nigga is not divine. If you want to go to a different place on the planet, sure, it can be divine. In Ethiopia, Negus, meaning king, ruler of a nation. Yes, that is Negus. But are you a goddamn Ethiopian king? Are you an Ethiopian prince? Are we in Ethiopia? No. We are in the hills of the wilderness of North America, where that term was utilized in law, black slave codes, outside of law, through the Bible, through the entire culture of white supremacy, to murder us and to prove that we were 3/5 of a human being, less than that of a dog, and we were to be murdered and killed. It was placed in the system of eugenics under Francis Galton, the psychiatrist. It was placed in the entire system of birth control. It was placed in the entire system of the medical system. It was placed in the entire system of agriculture, the entire system of education, law, every single apparatus by which we can be destroyed. None of y'all are going to use that damn term and justify all of the oppression that we've been going through just to simply say, I want to say it because I lack discipline. You are niggas. We ain't niggas.
Right.
Nigga means a dead individual, and you lack discipline. That's why your mouth runs so freaking fast, but your mind is slow. It's slow as hell.
The way we explain the alpha one, you deal with your brother. You don't go
That's what we do.
Live on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, and trying to throw dirt and throw shade with your brother. Like, y'all got a problem with the minister, but he was the minister. But I heard you was the minister. So what the, how y'all can
so goddamn mouth about him then?
All y'all can do is just slander your own brother. You know what I mean? But you ain't manning up.
Bro, let me say, okay, so what is the definition of a bitch? What is the definition of a bitch? A bitch is a female dog. Okay, what is the colloquial definition that is used within the culture of black people? The definition of a bitch. What is it that we mean when we say that?
A loudmouth woman.
Loudmouth woman. And then another term, another way that we use it is a weak, cowardly person afraid to confront or afraid to face something or afraid to fight. That is what they are. Because you are saying, I want to be able to talk about you. I want to be able to disrespect you. I want to be able to threaten your life, threaten your family, threaten your people. But I don't want to meet with you face to face. Pharaoh, Seti, you a goddamn buster. And mind you, I'm saying all of this. Why? Because Brother Reese is not afraid of either one of y'all. Both of you put together make up about 5'7". So it's like you might want to of what the hell you're talking about. You're talking to brothers of the nation. You're talking about the honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. You're talking to soldiers, and y'all are not soldiers. Soldiers do not use the enemy's network to talk to their brothers. You using the enemy's network to come at your own people? You are a goddamn agent, both of you. You don't ever meet with us in person. You don't ever call. Pharaoh got my number, bro. You have my number. You can reach out to me. We talked on the phone. But you want to use the enemy's network and talk. Bro, meet me. It's over now for the talk. Because they clearly said, they both said, we ain't here for peace no more. We want war. Recent video, correct?
Right.
They said, we want war. You want war? You niggas want, you really want that? Thank you for telling me. So like I said, meet us. And we're not going to fight you because neither one of y'all can fight. Let's get that out the gate right now. We don't want to kill our brothers. Neither one of you, and I'm saying this on everybody who watches this video. Share it to everybody. Rizza Islam said Young Pharaoh can't fight. Go watch his Muay Thai video, little whatever he calls Muay Thai. Seti, See us in person, Seti. I'm saying this again so you can understand all that loudmouth talking that you got, brother. Bring it to the forefront, and we're going to talk men to men or niggas to souls.
Right.
We're going to do that because it's like you said, brother, the time for talking is out. After they did what they did and said what they said recently, time for talking is out.
So this has been a great interview, dear brother. I received some great feedback. So before we end this video, dear brother, would you like to say anything to our viewers now?
Absolutely, brother. One, in the Nation of Islam, we are taught to be peaceful. We are taught to go in peace and leave in peace. But if aggressed upon, if attacked, we fight like hell with those who fight with us. What is very disheartening and what is very disappointing is when you have black men who attack other black men for no reason and who make up lies because of a belief system. A belief system. If you don't agree with someone's belief, you simply disagree. If you don't agree with what a person teaches, you simply don't follow their teaching. It is okay. But what you have to do is you have to look at when the line becomes threatening and attacking versus disagreeing and encouraging people just to not go check that out or not go look at it. There is a difference here. And what you guys have crossed now is the line of simply disagreement, but going into attack, warfare, threats, and all of these different things. And I know after this video, after me saying, come and meet us, I know you're going to try to spin that, crop the video out and say, look, Nation of Islam members threaten Young Pharoah and Seti. No. Young Pharoah and Seti threatened the Honorable Minister Farrakhan, threatened the believers of the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and registered members of the Nation of Islam, threatened Brother Polite, threatened Sa-Netta, threatened the Nawabians, threatened the Moorish Science Temple, threatened the Hebrew Israelites, threatened the Flat Earth. You have a long list of everybody you threaten other than the white man.
Right.
You don't threaten them, but you threaten all of your own people. You are cowards. And I'm sorry to say this to you, but your track record now of what you think is smashing on folks and all that, it's over. You're done now. You're actually done. Young Pharoah and Seti, you're done. So we're going to meet. And for everybody else, I'm almost finishing. For everybody else who was listening to this, almost finished. What? Gotcha. And what we have been looking at, brother, everything that everybody has been listening to, let me give this brother started. They will see just how many lies have been given. They will see. They will see how many lies have been given. They will see how many things have been said that have not been true. They will see how many things have been pushed out only to discredit the people and to discredit the work of an entire nation for nearly 100 years. Nearly 100 years. Gotcha. So that's pretty much all I have to say, brother. And the last thing is, study whatever you choose to study, but always remember where your foundation is. We are members of the Nation of Islam. We follow the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, which is the true Islam. Ain't nothing different about us. We gather more tools to use to help our people. Dianetics came from the original people. Aaron Hubbard put his own wording in there in the way he worded it, but it came from the original people. All of what he got came from the original people. That is what I have personally studied. That's what I've seen, all of it. Another little quick point. In his book titled The History of Man, the first page says, quote, this is a cold-blooded account of man's history of over 76 trillion years, end quote. 1 second, Young Pharoah. You talk about aliens. You have a video on YouTube where you talked about the 76 trillion years of black people on the planet Earth. See, I want to make sure, by the way, that came from the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad, brother. You ain't new with that either. Everything that has been given, we have already been teaching. So those of us who have the right to talk and the right to teach are those of us who have been working. We have the right to talk because we have the work. We have the proof. We have the results. So as long as you got results, brother, you can learn whatever you want to learn as long as you know what the foundation is. We're not pushing nobody to go into no other religion. We're only encouraging people to study. Study whatever you want to study, but don't forget who you are. Don't forget what your teaching is. Don't forget what your foundation is. Our foundation, my foundation, is the teachings of the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad under the Honorable Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. And we have the right to study whatever we wish to study, but that is who we are. Our members of the Nation of Islam, FOI, Muslim men and women in the Nation of Islam. That's all I got to say.
Thank you, dear brother. Thank you for sharing that with the viewers, dear brother. That
Yes, sir.
a lot of people are depending on us.
Yes,
Ministry
sir.
depending on you, and it's on us to you to be the vanguard to hold the line, and hurl that falsehood until it knocks out its brain. So
Yes, sir.
with that, dear brother, I thank you so much. I hope you continue to enjoy your trip to the Virgin Islands, and much
Praise
success
the
to
Lord.
you and all the brothers and sisters who the paradigm shifters went out there. And we
Yes, sir.
thank y'all. We love y'all. And we
Yes,
greet
sir.
y'all with the 3 words of peace. Shabbat shalom alaikum.
Love you too, brother. Yes, sir. Walaikum salam.